did meet in like 2001. That's 6th grade, I want to say.
Yeah, because I graduated 5th grade in 2000. I remember that. And then 2001, yeah, that should be 6th grade. Yeah. And then I went to high school in 2003. Yeah, and we graduated in 2007.
Wow.
God, would you think that like almost 20 years later, that like, God, please.
I did. I didn't think about us breaking up at all. I was like, this is you're mine. Forever. With my sis, my best friend, this crazy child over here. We are, our new episode is episode 4, and it's just titled Friends. Have been, I know, right? Friends. That came to mind. I was doing the caption the other day. So this new episode just came about because I just want to shed light on the positivity, the women empowerment that I feel like, especially right now, is just kind of lacking. So, and I feel like social media and, not even gonna say just YouTube, but just social media in general, I'll just put all that in one. I feel like it just kind of gives this bad energy when in terms of what people do consider as a friend. Not everybody. Not everybody. I just want to put that out there. It's not everybody. It's just a lot. And, I just want to shed light on, girl, I'm hungry. Ooh. Just shed light on the positivity, Black women empowerment, uplifting our sisters, like, period, without any of the what is that called? The stigma that we do have as Black women, because I know we get labeled as like crazy, which we can be, we can be, or problematic or whatever. We
can have successful
relationships.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's tell them how we met.
Okay.
Go ahead. So stupid.
She was annoying as hell, first of all, okay? And me, I just love people. But like, I met her and we in, 6th grade and we walked, you had to walk in, one in front of the other or whatever. And she over here just playing with my ponytail. And I'm like, hey, quit messing with my ponytail. Okay, I'm tired. I'm sick of it. About to cut you. But, I was definitely like, I had no filter back then. My God, I miss her. But,
You did have a filter.
Girl.
You were a good girl.
But I had, like, girl, I would tell you how I felt. Like, now I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she did. Y'all, but to my defense, her hair was popping. The press out. The silk press was popping.
The ponytail was out.
It was popping.
But either way, she was messing with my ponytail. And, like, literally, it was, like, one of those classic, like, friendship meetups where, like, you met over some, like, childish ass, shit. Like, she's messing with me or something, and she's showing some type, like, I'm going to mess with her.
I was a new student, too.
And I remember that. I rember she was a new student. And I was like, okay, she's new or whatever. And I remember, like, I'm not going to lie, I remember, like, she had her little, how, like, back in the day, you had the little balls.
A little struggle bun.
Yeah, like, she had a little, and then her edges was nappy. I was like, oh, my God. I wanted to press it out so bad. But let me tell you something. That girl can dress, okay? Like, don't play with it. But them nap balls just really bothered me. I really wanted to just press them out, because my mom, she would burn me just to get my shit straight, okay?
You thought I could dress? Like, what was that?
What do you mean, girl? Like, it was a whole pop star in, like, middle school and high school.
Let me hide out.
But either way, I didn't mind making friends. And, she wanted to be my friend. Like, okay, I'll be her friend. And that's just how it was.
Yeah,
which is
pretty
so
much
crazy.
I mean, that's pretty much. I was a new student. I had just moved. My parents were newly like remarried.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. We'll get to that story later.
Mm-hmm.
And we had just moved to Conyers. We were getting our house built. Months before we had even enrolled in this school. I was actually living in Lithonia for 2 years, and I went to Farrington Elementary School.
Mm-hmm.
The ghetto. Oh my God. I was so excited to move. I was like, bro, I gotta get
This is not what it is.
No, I was like, what is
I'm a bitch. Like, what you mean?
Girl, and I knew it, and I'm just like,
Ain't nothing wrong with it, sis.
Mom and Daddy. You gotta get the fuck on.
Get me out of here.
So once the house was done, everything moved in, and I remember walking in the classroom, and the first thing I saw was Nina. I think you were sitting, because the way that you sat, I think you were like kind of in the middle, in the front, like middle front. And I was like, oh, you already began scoping out. You know how you like see a boo and you be like, you know what I'm saying?
That must have been guy. I wanted to ask you, like, what attracted you to me?
I mean, you were just a sweet person. You were so.
You didn't even know me. You were just messing with my hair.
But you weren't mean to me. It just. She was trying to be so hard to get. I just can't with her. Anyway. But she was like really cool. I mean, quiet. I could tell she was a good person, like a good student.
That was
she wouldn't get me in no trouble.
But
we stayed. Well, I know I did. Excessive talking. Excessive motherfucking talking.
Mr. Burton.
Mr. Burton, shout out to you.
We love you.
We love you so much. Like, he was our black, like, I think he was my second black teacher.
It was just great to see representation.
Yeah.
Because, we were in a predominantly white school, so it was just great to see representation for him. And, like, to me, I'm not going to lie, he reminded me of my dad. So that's why I was just like.
He did.
Yeah.
And, he, again, with the accountability thing, like, he just held us accountable. He was like, hey, y'all doing too much. You can do better. You can do da-da-da. And I hated math, but he helped me, like, really like it in a sense, almost. I hate math. I still hate math. I'm 32, and I hate math. When my son brings me something, I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of this, because I can't.
Get a 2, okay.
Yeah, so that's how we met. 6th grade, 2001. And it's just ever since. What attracted you to me? Like, I mean, I guess the same thing.
I think I was young, so like I was always somebody that was okay with just making friends. I've always been like just traditionally who I am. I like making friends. I've always been that way. So, when you came around, even though you did annoying things, it wasn't.
I was not all that bad.
No,
oh my
God. No, it's not like it was bad. It was just she would. To me, it was okay, of course, like I would say leave me alone, but like on the inside, I was like, this girl is just who she is, and like I liked it, like I like real, interactions or whatever. So it didn't necessarily like bother me. I'm like, oh, I hate you. It's just. It just was, there were times where it was annoying or whatever, and I showed that.
Yeah.
But either way, like, I think, like I said, traditionally, I'm just somebody that just likes making friends. And if you want to be my friend, okay, let's be friends, Like, it wasn't a deep thing for me. It was like, hey, she wants to be my friend. Cool, let's be friends. Yeah. And it just worked out.
And it's always been like that, like, super organic. I mean, throughout even college, it was like, let's do this. And if we couldn't hang out, we just couldn't. But I know we did reach a point where we were like, oh, like, I'm never going to see her. Like,
well, I mean, I think middle school was probably like the closest time that we, in the beginning of our friendship where we spent the most time with each other. Mm-hmm. And, we built our bond. And then once I got to know you, I was like, oh, she's weird like me, like we had these sayings. We said booty head. And like,
I just called my kid a booty head the other day. I was so
like, girl, like, and it's so funny because like me and you, we made up these little sayings, and everybody else would try to like copy it. I'd be like, it's not like Brittnie. It's like, hey. Stop.
I remember certain people would be like,
I'd be like, stop. This is between me.
We're us.
Okay,
so
like ain't no right.
Cut it out.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah, but like, you know, over time or whatever, we were in high school and we didn't have the same classes or whatever. So that for me was like, okay, well, we just don't have the same classes, but the love is there because the bond was built in middle school. You know, and then, you know, I will say though, in adult life, I did say, well, shit, you know, are we sisters? You know, like, are we, you know, because it seemed like, you know, there were times where, if Brittnie don't want to, you know, if Brittnie don't want to hang out, she's not gonna hang out. You know, like, hey, I don't want to damn see you.
I mean, I'm that true. I started to figure that out like in high school. I'm an extrovert, introvert. I'm both. I'll get it. Like, I'll just be in my mode where it's nothing against the person. I just am to myself. I'm in my freaking zone. I got my music on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just things like that. And I, you know, struggle with that. Like, damn, well, I don't want to lose my friendships. I don't want them to think that I'm flaking. I just was that person. So, you know, now I'm an adult. I can really understand. I understand it. Back then, I was like, I ain't gonna have no friends because I'm one off. But also, we were just like family. And my daddy was crazy about her.
I love her dad.
I mean, he was crazy about it. He was very crazy about just a few. He wasn't really like, you know, he loved you and he would always look forward to like y'all coming over.
Did he ever tell you why though? Because like I never knew why your dad took to me.
I mean, it's just you don't take no shit. He said that before. It's like, yeah, Nina don't take no shit.
Because what I said to your mom.
Yeah, but the thing with him, that's how he was.
Okay.
He was that kind. You said it, I said it.
I said what I said.
Like it, yeah.
It is what it is.
I said.
I mean, but that's probably why I connected with her dad because her dad was very straightforward to the point. I mean, but the thing is that people loved her dad, and I think whoever got it and saw the beauty of his heart and his spirit. And that was that. But when his dad said what he said what he said. Like, I remember we were at Brittnie's 25th birthday. And he was just like, yeah, you know. And then da-da-da-da. And that was it. I was like, yeah.
I mean, there was no candy coating. And that's why he's telling, like, young people, like, you don't have to bullshit me. Like, you don't have to candy coat nothing for me to like you. You don't have to do none of that shit.
That's probably why me and you connected because, your dad was who he was. And me, when she met me, I was very like, to the point as well.
She was.
But, at the same time, we had similarities where we were very silly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, we played too much.
To this day, though.
I know Dakota and like other people like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Nobody ever gets our jokes.
They don't get it.
To this day.
Nobody, they be like, looking like, what the fuck is
about?
going on with these?
But that's okay.
People.
That's okay.
That's what it is.
Like, literally, let me tell you something. We could talk. Me and her could like have a hiatus of like years. Mm-hmm. She'll send me some emoji. I know what the fuck it means.
This is true.
I don't look, and that's we'll laugh, and it's like, okay, I get it.
We be still laughing because like, I know in like high school, we be like, we would still be laughing like, you just don't get it. Like, shut up, stop trying to get it. Please.
Literally,
you're never going to get it.
We were in high school. We didn't even have the same classes sometimes. We would see each other in the hallway and just like, literally like, why? Just fall around.
Y'all. I want to fuck this shit up so bad, y'all. This pasta is so good. But I do want to let y'all in on the insider. So, like, in middle school, I know I would lie to be like, I gotta use the restroom. I know everybody did that. Like, everybody did that, right? Be lying, like, bitch, we gotta use the bathroom. Whatever. Just give my hall pass. So, I get the hall pass, and, like, you would just pop up sometimes. We didn't even plan it sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Like, you'd be walking to the office or whatever the fuck, and I'd be like, you're like, ooh, that's Nita. Let me go fuck with Nita. And we just had this thing, like, we would fall. No! We would fall. Why? Just stupid acting out movie scenes. People like that who like grew up with us, like they all
right,
that's them motherfuckers. But like everybody else would be like,
what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like,
I don't like them. And didn't give a damn, but it's like whatever.
And to this day, like when I went to one of her the last birthday party that she celebrated, when she invited people years ago, we were just in our own world, just like and just like
all the time.
I
and
understand.
I think some friends, like I know a lot of, especially best friends, you have your insides.
Yeah, your insides.
Still, and you be like, you just refer back to that stuff.
That's why I say it had to be God, because like to this day, and this is why I say, like, I was talking to my homie Dakota. I was just like, the reason why me and Brittnie are still friends, I feel like is God, because we haven't always been like bosom buddies. When I say bosom buddies, I mean like we're talking every day on the phone. No, there would be like space and time. But like I said, she sent that text message and I know what it is. Yeah. Or then like, she's going through something, and I feel like there was a like divine bond that we created in middle school, and because of like who we are, and I think what we both cherish individually. Right. We're like, look, you're my sister. I made up my mind about you, and that's that. Like one of the things I can remember since middle school and high school, she always had my back. I'll never forget. Like she's like, I remember like this person was talking about you, girl. And I was like, thank you, and
loyalty. And I don't think it's about pettiness. I don't, because we're grown now, and a lot of things we just let bygones be bygones on. But it's just like, okay, I still see you, bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how I am with my friends. Yeah. And you're like, if I
fuck with you,
if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I'm not gonna let you
go.
I don't care if it's money. Yeah. I don't care. Everybody wants $1 million or whatever, but no, you're not gonna be fucking with my friend. Right. Yeah. My sis, you're not doing it. I'm playing, but we don't talk every day, and I feel like that's leading into my next thing, with talking every day, or talking like, I'm gonna say, I guess what does a friend mean to you? When you consider someone your friend as opposed to an associate?
I mean, our dynamic is just is different and special. So like I can't. So some people think that a friend is someone that you can call all the time, but I think that a friend is someone that you made a commitment to, that hey, whatever y'all go through, you guys are going to stand by each other and be there for one another, through thick and thin. And I think that you have some friendship, and like I said, there are different styles of friendships, and whatever works for you, works for you. Mm-hmm. But I do think that, with our dynamic, we understand that no space or time will mess up our love for each other. Right. We genuinely want the best for each other. We express that. Yeah. We genuinely care for each other. We express that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We genuinely we got each other's backs. We express that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and we do have to be raw. Like we have to be raw. We are raw. And we have conversations where we're not always going to agree. Or, we have different perspectives, but I think it's like, at the end of the day, respect. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do whatever you're going to do. Good.
No. What you said was a very, very like right on point. One of the things that I noticed about our friendship is that through middle school till now, there's a level of respect for each other. Like we genuinely respect each other, and I think that's probably why that's like one of the glue, like one of the foundational things for both of us, that hey, we may not agree, and me and her are both very opinionated. We're very strong-minded. You know what I'm saying? Because most times people like us don't mesh, but for some reason, and I think it's because of the space. I don't know if I can handle every day. I'm Sagittarius.
Oh, why did I say Capricorn?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're the beginning of December. I keep thinking about Kevin and Ross being the end, but you're January. I'm so sorry. Okay,
but
edit that out.
But yeah, like I can say through the years, one of the pillars of our friendship is respect. we respect the fact that you have your own mind, I have my own mind. Nina gonna do what she want to do.
Right.
Brittnie gonna do what she want to do. So we accept that. We don't try to force that.
Because at the end of the day, I think when you truly care about somebody, like, you're gonna tell them how you feel.
Yeah.
But if it's not in harm's way of like their life, or you know what I'm saying, like it could be in love or a relationship, I'm not gonna get in the way of that, because you have to make those decisions for yourself. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying. And we have our own lives. We have our own lives individually. Like, I had a kid at 20. A lot stopped for me. Like, she finished college. She graduated college. Like, she's the American dream. In my opinion, I did not. I dropped out of college. I was pregnant with my son, my first son, Bryson. But even before I got to college, I didn't want to go to college. I told my parents,
you want to do it.
You about to waste my money, your time, my time. I don't want to go to, I always knew that in my heart. So, but, you know, my daddy was like, hey, yo, you going to be in my house. You got to do something.
Right.
You know, I was working 2 jobs. He didn't give a fuck. He was like, oh, you're still going to go. Yeah, you're going to go to college. But eventually, how the cards were dealt, I just could not. I was like, nope, fuck this shit. I ain't going to college. So I couldn't do a lot of things that, like, my friends were doing. They were going out. They were partying. And, you know, they were doing all these things that, like, I wanted to do.
That was so frustrating.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
But that's what I mean by, like, we couldn't speak every day. We couldn't do certain things.
I'm not, like, in my adulthood and even in my high school, I was like, you know, it made me question, like, well, shit, are we friends? Because at that time, my definition of friends was bosom buddy friends, where, like, we always talked and da-da-da-da. But Brittnie was always kind of like, she always was there, and she always had this respect and genuine love for me. But she wasn't always there. And so I was like, was she really like my friend, you know? And, you know, it was frustrating because I wanted to experience that life with her. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was hard for me.
Yeah. And I felt abandoned at the time, because I'm like, that's when, like, Ari, I mean, none of y'all had kids. So nobody could understand that. I know, like, other young mothers can understand. I wasn't a teen mom or anything, but still, it's just like, people don't get it until they get it. Yeah. So I was at home. You know, I lived with my parents. I was raising a kid. And it's just like, oh, well, I can't do this. Okay, well, I'll catch y'all later. You know, because I just couldn't. I was working, or I was being a mom. Yeah. And I felt like y'all didn't really get that. So,
I didn't. I mean, like, looking back at my maturity level then, I didn't have the concept of what it meant to be a mom back then until now. Like, you know, I had to go through some things. I'm not a mom at all, but I had to see some things, you know. And back then, I just was like, well, you know, Brittnie can't go, so Brittnie can't go, you know. And that was that.
Yeah. And we were kids, like, literally a kid raising a kid. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I was a kid. And so that's what I mean by hardships you're going to go through as a friend, as friends in growing pains.
I never knew that you felt abandoned by us.
Yeah.
Did you feel abandoned? You felt abandoned?
I did, because, I mean, it wasn't, again, this not to blame you. Yeah. It's just a feeling.
Like crying.
It's
I'm
like,
sorry, but go ahead.
Oh,
I love this girl, okay? We are.
I mean, I just felt like, dang, like, I can't do these things. I don't want them to hate me. I don't want them to, like, I mean, I'm a mom. Like, I don't know what to do, you know? Yeah. So when people would call on, like, Ari or you, I can't remember who else that was. It's like, can you do this? Can you come? And I'd be like, no. Yeah. You know, I have to stay home. I'm with my child. Yeah. So I just kind of felt alone, because organically, right? Y'all didn't have kids. Yeah. Y'all don't know what that feels like. Yeah. And I didn't want to pressure y'all with that.
Which I want to say thank you, but, like, I wish that we had those conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the conversation that we're having now is what I kind of have been wanting to have. Like, how did you feel about this situation? You know? Because even though me and you would, like, you know, we would catch up and we would catch up how we could, we never had those sit down, deep conversations about issues that we may have had in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I missed and I want it from you.
Yeah.
You know, but
Oh.
yeah.
But it wasn't, it wasn't personal, and I knew that. Like, they ain't got no kids. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Make them have a baby?
Yeah. But I'm thankful that you had that heart still, and I'm thankful that you didn't. I'm thankful that you didn't let us go. That you didn't take it so personally that you just dropped us. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
And that's that right there. That's why I say, like, it has to be God, because I've had so many people in my life just drop me over just
petty
ass shit, and like one thing I can say, whenever me and you have catched up or whatever, there's always been a level of respect and appreciation for who we are as individuals, and that I feel like has been the glue, Yeah. So I didn't know how that was gonna like blossom or how that was gonna like be.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I was like, well, we don't talk that much, so how's that gonna like?
Oh, baby.
Forward?
Well, even now, like, I don't think in general you have to like talk to your friends every day, every other day, for you guys to like connect. Or I know what it is. Like, I know when you call me, if I got some money, if I got whatever the fuck, you got it, and that's on period. I know that about my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can help you, if I can do anything for you, I don't give a damn if I talk to you once a year. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah, you're my nigga.
Like, I didn't know.
Period.
When it comes like, and that was because me, how I receive, certain things is like I have to see it. And in the recent years of our friendship, like these past few years, I'm like, okay, yeah, like I know that if Brittnie got it, I got it.
Period.
Because of just certain things that we went through recently. But in those, in our 20s, I still was very like clueless. All I knew is that I loved you, and I was holding on to, just what we formed in our younger years.
Yeah.
That was enough for me.
And I know, like, we were kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing about life and its evolution, because that's why I really like public school. My son, he'll actually be going back to public school, but, you'll question those things, you'll grow through those things, and you'll figure it out, like, who's not for you.
Yeah.
So, eventually, like, that's just a normalcy, I think. We're growing up, and especially as women, we're young women, we have hormones, we're going through this and a third, like, a lot of shit, heartbreaks, and, so we think, right? So, yeah. And then closing, because I know I have to edit some of this. I know I'm going to have to edit some of this. Empowering other women.
Okay.
Empowering other women.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, like, how do I ask that question?
When it comes to friendship?
Not even just that. I guess in general, when you speak of women empowerment, what ways can or examples can we give other women, young Black women especially, on like how they can be more uplifting and empowering to their people, like their friends?
God, this is something that is just naturally embedded in me. So I don't know if that relates to certain people, but have hope. Have hope and hope for the best in people. I know that this world is like fucked up sometimes, and you are in some fucked up situation, and it really can really make you feel like this is not now, but if you find somebody that really cares about you, then cherish that, hold on to that, cultivate that, be intentional with that, and hopefully that will grow to where you can have a bigger hope for others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know that our relationship has helped me to have hope in my life,
Yeah.
So I think that, like I said, I'm just naturally someone, and I think that's a gift from God, that like, trying to uplift someone and trying to wish the best for someone only makes them sore. You know what I'm saying? Versus like trying to put them down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I have that written down here too, like jealousy / empowering, because I see a lot of women, you know, again, like kicking one when they're down, or just like if you don't agree with them, you're just like being a bitch,
bro.
You know, falling out with your friends, so to speak.
A disagreement between you and your friends doesn't necessarily have to mean anything threatening. I feel like sometimes people, they think that when someone disagrees with you, they're threatened, and then they get into this mode of like, oh, I have to like make you, you know, succumb to me. And it's like, you can have damn disagreements and just agree to disagree.
Yeah, and keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
It doesn't have to be a long thing, like a drawn out fallout. It doesn't. And I really wish or hope, you know, I do have hope. I have hope that this newer, what is it, the new generation? We're like the millennials. I think they're called the newer generation or whatever, of people, entrepreneurs, a lot of young people out here. Y'all got it. Like, I mean,
the world, like, it's so much.
Young people.
Yeah.
They're so talented.
So much opportunity for you guys.
Yes.
What we have either.
But I thank you guys for tuning in. Please let me know you guys' comments and all that good stuff. And please like keep following the podcast if you are. I love engagement, so please. And I will post like a poll as well for you guys to engage in. I thank my boo. See? Stupid. I thank you for being on this episode with me. Now I'm gonna fuck this pasta up because I'm still hungry and
I put my tipsy foot in it.
you know you're trying to be cute, you eat cute instead of
You got
eating
just a little bit less. So, yeah.
Oh, they're gone. Are they all gone? Bye y'all. Bye. Bye. I'll get a second plate. And that's